premises. Good morning, Dad.
Good morning.
Okay.
How are you this morning?
Doing extremely well this morning. Hope you are also.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so
Bless God. Like the people would say.
Happy
yeah,
New Year.
Yeah, it's been a while now. I've not seen you guys around.
okay,
Thank you for being here.
Okay.
Happy New Year as well.
so do you care introducing yourself for the benefit of our followers?
Yes. I am Wollor Topor. Already in the same year we are sitting in. I went to St. Francis School just across the road. After completing St. Francis School, I went to Morovia, where I attended the University of Liberia, and I was able to get my BSc in 1982. And then I worked for the Trauma Leprosy Relief through the Ministry of Health and Social Welfare. Then came the war. I had to flee to Ghana. And then in Ghana, I was able to organize the community-based organization called Help Society. Those that were in Ghana with me can attest to my work in rural community development, especially the refugee camp. And there where I got to know that there's a special need for Liberia. So I had the opportunity to travel. I went to the Philippines where I did, rural development with emphasis in education. And after I got through, we're still fighting back then. So I decided to enroll at the Central Luzon State University. So in 2005, I was able to get my PhD. And I came home as a top 10 scholar. Top 10 scholar is UN spotting you and say, look, you can go and contribute to your country. So I came home and I contributed by serving as the first consultant at the Land Commissioner, Governor Commissioner for land, specialized in land. And then from there, I was able to be sent to the University of Liberia where I was told to revise the curriculum for the Agriculture College, which I did. And from there, Dr. Emma Dennis, may his soul rest in peace, felt that I was capable of portraying Science College, which was falling apart. They have less than 200 students, but after I went in there, I attracted more than 1,000 students. And today, Science College is one of the best colleges they can boast of. You know. Then after I served, I decided to go and join my wife because she was also here. She served for 5 years at the medical college, where she came to set up the college through a World Bank operation. And then the country needed her back, so she went. So I went to visit her, and we're trying to push fishery, the ministry, how they call it, national fishery to do. So agency, so the University of Philippines bid for it, but you see that the same thing we're talking in Liberia. A whole lot of things went wrong, which I don't want to explain, and so I got a little bit pissed. I said, well, let me do fishery, marine affairs. So I got another master's degree from the University of Philippines, where I did master marine affairs. While there, uh, Dr. Elizabeth Russell sent for me, needed to come to head the College of Agriculture, and then I came, and I'm here now, where I serve as a dean at the college until 2 years back when they removed me because after all, college deanship is rotational. It's just here when they appoint you, you think you should stay there for life. It's not a lifetime job. From where I went to school, you can stay there for the first term, the second term when the people like you after that they move you. So I'm not so pissed with not being the dean of the college. But you see, again, the university, Tokyo University, I'm very sad indeed that Dr. Errol Wilson did not know how to go about with the college. For example, I'm one of the persons that are raising the issue. You have been operating for 10 years now. How do you measure your success? Because your success should be measured by the number of students you put out and their specific job they are doing based on your training you provide.
Okay.
You know, and then uh, if you know that the people you train are not in no specific fees, that means that you should revise your curriculum to a market-driven one. Because after all, you train a person for job. It's not for passion. You see, many persons walking around here, I got BSc, I got BSc, I got a job. mainly in agriculture college. You see people graduating from agriculture college are teachers. 75% of them are teachers. Not some of like that. Why they didn't go in the teaching profession? And these are some of the things as we talk on, we'll be discussing. What making me to contest this senatorial position?
Okay, Doc. Many thanks for that clear
Okay.
introduction.
Okay,
So,
now you are seeking the senatorial seat in Maryland County.
Mhm.
What's the standpoint right now?
I got all reason to contest for the senatorial position. The reason is simple. Firstly, if you get up, you myself, as we woke up today, who was your thinking? How to replenish your energy you're using? But do we have anybody talking for agriculture? Agriculture were basically nowhere. Were exposed during the war, where the Blum said we're eating wild roots. Pan cabbage and things, we're calling it wild roots. And you understand? That was our first exposure. The second exposure came through this thing here, how they call it Ebola. When
Okay.
Ebola came, we were looking for food all over. Our next exposure came during the Corona. Now the next one that came was we lied to each other, say rest in the free port, rest not to the free port, rest coming next week. So it means that there's a need to start concentrating because there's a need for us to start concentrating on our food consumption, you know. And this is the reason. Look at the 103 lawmakers in the House. None of them can put agriculture on the table. And if you look at my work that I've been doing, if you Google my name now, you see a whole lot of research I've been done on library shelves. It's not supposed to be like that. Those research should be, particularized. So these are the reasons why I'm going. And I got a formula to make that breast self-sufficiency in less than 4 years. If I will, if I can lobby for the whole to go according to my design I have for self-sufficiency, in 4 years time will be plenty here.
okay, that you just talk a lot about what you're going to do if you ascend to the senatorial position of our county, Maryland County. So we'd like to know, you've been contesting not just one time. So we'd like to know what have been some of your challenges in the process of which you haven't been, successful in the process since you've been contesting as senator for this county. What
Uh,
have been some of your challenges in the process of which you weren't being opportune to ascend to that level?
for the point of correction, this is my second time going as a senatorial candidate. I went as a representative candidate in 2017, and I came 4 out of 10. And the reason was simple. I came in 2015 and 2017 we won the election. So it was very hard to prepare myself within a year. And knowing that Plibo is an area that is traditionally, ethnically connected, it was very hard. I left from here ever since. And for me coming back in 1 year to say I want to be a representative, it was difficult. So I can attribute that my loss to that particular situation. Then came 2020. 2020, yes, I have stayed over a long period of time here for the people to have known me. But you see, the formula our politicians use is very bad, and I don't believe in it. I can't support that, My, it's not that I want to be senator, so I can do any, by hook and crook, I should do anything to become senator like what others did, you know. I feel that the people are not getting to understand me. Actually, I bet if you people are journalists, if you do journalistic investigation, out of 10 person you ask in the street, in people specifically, they see 8 will tell you say that one not Topor. That's my clear indication that the people are getting to understand me. So where I went wrong, I'm trying to make the correction.
Okay.
And one of the corrections that we are making is that we are getting the churches involved for prayer. You know, it's frustrating to run two times. But then the churches came to always pacify me. They say there's time for everything, but I can tell you this time is your time.
Okay. Now, can you tell us, sir, what are some of those projects so far you have implemented this goal 2022? Looking at you, people always saying you're such a developmental person when it comes to development in Maryland County. So tell us what have been some of those projects you have
Um,
implemented so
Thank you
far?
very much. If for project, then I should have been elected ever since this time. But it's not about project. And I will quote Bible Brown, and I will also quote Senator Dan Moriah, former Senator Dan Moriah. In Broken, Moriah told the people that nowhere among us that contesting, be it now or people who have said nobody has more project than Wollor Topor. And Brother Brown at the Atari shop, if I'm quoting, he said, besides Wollor Topor, nobody get project here again. I was in the Atari shop that day. That tells you that if there were projects, just projects, back then I would have been a representative or senator. So now we are trying to talk to the people to make them believe that uh, we do what they want to do. So we are applying what they think we should apply.
Hmm.
So in essence, our projects are not we are not engaged into project specifically, but we are managing to talk to the people to convince them to get them on our side.
Okay, Doc, you talk about several projects, that you have engaged in. So we'd like to know if you could name just few. I'm sure that
Oh,
other people are interested
yeah,
in
yeah, yeah, yeah. Go to the city hall.
the city hall.
Yeah, the city hall between behind the city hall, the Palava Hall, right in the city hall was built by me because I don't just build projects because I want to make projects. I see the need of a project. Whenever the people went to the city hall, they will be standing all in the rain or in the sun when the major is not ready for them. You see that now the Palava Hall is in use, you know. And I can remember a few days here, Nagbe, Honorable Nagbe Adika, they were the face of the free
Yes,
Adika.
so
You're talking about Plivo City
I'm
Hall,
a
right?
Yeah,
witness. I'm a
Okay.
yes,
witness towards that. You know, the
yeah,
ID card was processed
right
right in
there.
that place.
Yes.
So
And when you look at it again, in front of that hut, you see a well. I saw the woman, people's mother and people's wife toting water to bring it to the city hall. And city hall, you have constant visitation. So you won't tell me, I mean, the woman will hold water for it. That means the city hall be smelling. So definitely I was able to think that we're installing a hand pump right there in front of that particular place. Then I'll give you an example of places that you can reach so quickly. If you look at Pivot Town, for each town went to Pivot Town, there's nowhere the chief was. They were just, sometimes they would wake up the children for the hut for us to go and have meeting. The affair was bad. So I asked them, is it a taboo that the chief doesn't have office? He said, no. I said, okay, I'll build you an office. Today, Pivot Town can boast about office. Now, if you went to Bolobo, there's no time in Bolobo I didn't tell you something. You know, Bolobo, can you go there and build the biggest Palawa house there? If you go to Chiloke, I build an office there for the primary chief. If you go to Tambo, which having the beach because town, the church hall down there, I did the expansion and also the painting and everything. Then Beseke, a primary school, you know, and we can just
now
name.
let's go to Harpo also as well. Harpo.
Because Maryland County is
It's not Plivo.
it's not
Yes.
just
But I
Plivo.
So
just
let's
want
go
to
to
tell you, say
Harpo.
Plivo, don't play with Plivo. Plivo is my heart.
Okay,
That's why I
Plivo.
was naming Plivo. When you go to
Oh,
Harper, John Hillary Tottenham School there. No, let's start from 1212.
okay.
You know how that 1212 school was looking. That 1212 school business. Am I, what? Hey, that one two school business. I was able to ask the former minister, was not. Is this how you dress? I saw little children going to school with tie in their neck. So I was wondering, why when I entered the school, the place dusty and everything, no chairs, no cement floor, the building just that kind of way, and they wearing neckties. So I was able to go and renovate that school. Day to day, even though they asked me, they said they wanted me to build a new school. I said, look, we gotta sit down old man to plan the new man. So if you people you like me, I will be able to build a better school for you. And this is how you call John Larry Topman. I went to school. January, I went to school. I went. They invited me to do installation program, and I tell you, rain was falling that day. Rain was falling. So I asked the principal, Miss one Reverend Nimle, I asked him, "Is this how you come to school?" He said, "Yes." I said, "Well, on a Friday." I said, "Tomorrow, can you let one of your men come?" He said, "For what?" I said, "Just let him come." And for two, I was able to change the thing down there with plank, change everything, and make one of the block useful. Now, like in Apple City itself, if you go on the outskirts of Apple, like Rocktown, Middletown, I give them a decent building. It's unfortunate that the roof took all that building. What I mentioned Middletown first for Rocktown, Middletown, Little Rebel, we're giving the same amount of money to do some things. Well, Little Rebel will give account of what they did with their money. So the Rata will give account. But Middletown, impressed me. If you go to a place down, a concrete building is being built. So, and it's unfortunate that it's saying move back. Say before election, I will build that place. And yesterday they sent messages, they start saying me long time, and I think it is true. Now let's cross. Let's cross to Callaway. Callaway, if you went to Callaway, from Guken to we have to build, how they call it, Biabo. The bridges down there after the concrete bridges, they see bridges all damaged down there. I don't want to repair that. And I always told them, today is stick bridges, but tomorrow you have cement bridges when you elected, when I should have been elected. And it's unfortunate that I was not elected. And I saw Honorable Brown really walking on those bridges, broken down. You were walking and they would always say, I said, look at this. This is what our people need. You understand? You go to campaign to them, you can't even. I don't even want to bring up anything we're talking about Calgary. Anything they I expose anything they today, anything they is a living community. I built over 5 schools there, community centers in anything. That is the reason why nobody can play with anything. In fact, now anything is asking me, who are you carrying as representative? You
Okay.
understand? So these are all projects. Baromo, we did a lot of youth center we build in Baromo today. I don't know how they were doing the development. We finished building a youth center, they want to build another thing that is a youth center. But I'm glad that you're using it for early childhood education, the building up on there.
Okay.
The many things that you talk about several projects, and I went Yoruba Ken. I saw
Yeah.
part of Yoruba Ken. I saw your hand work there. You know,
You have okay anything there?
Yoruba Ken, as far as right after Kalukin,
Oh yeah,
just
you have okay.
somewhere around
The
there.
bridge. The
And,
bridge you have okay.
okay,
I constructed it, yeah. I can
okay,
remember. And I promised the Yoruba people that I was going to build a marketplace that when the market women cross, because it's an international border, the way they will keep their things. But you see, Yoruba Parliament chief, they call him uh, Segbe. Segbe, because Segbe, he has to change his way of doing things. You know, you are an opinion leader, so if you show somebody, don't, our people got to understand what it means to be a chief. You can't be a paramount chief, then you got 2 tons. I mean, I don't like that kind of thing. So you ever can, I didn't get any vote there, so to speak, no vote. Then we come to Wicked. You know where?
With all the development
Yeah,
you
well, let's
realize
come
so
to
far.
Wicked. Wicked will interest you. For weekend, for Barbara Brown to enter weekend, for that weekend celebration on Calvary that day, I built 3 beaches there. Why? Because I felt comments were from there. And you understand? Built beaches. But when comments came, we carried Chico and the people to Manonu. And he told them to vote for what? To vote for Chico.
Erigika.
Yeah. And 72, 76 times 2 voted for uh, uh, Chico. Now, just last year they sent for me to say what is did was wrong. They should have done this. And they have been inviting me, and hopefully this next week will be in weekend again for the second time. The editors are calling for me. So I think to human can make mistake, and somebody make mistake and realize that they have made mistake. You should be able in a position to forgive them. Otherwise, God won't be forgiving us for all the wrong things we have been doing. So I would say working people myself as in good working condition. You know,
Okay.
Senator Brown is from Tow, and the Tow, one of the biggest towns in Tow is Railway. and he and I will talk over. And then I want maybe somebody from California will come across this. The people of Callaway, I want to tell you that don't be afraid. The same way somebody, I don't want to call name, was helping you when somebody died, he provide casket. When you want to go somewhere, he give you rest, he give you a car. I'm in a position to do more than that, where you can raise your own car, so you don't need to be afraid. Where you can decide, say, they want to eat me cow. I'm saying this because each time Callaway call meeting, when certain person don't provide money, that meeting will be postponed. Look at the Callaway, how you call it, Callaway redemption day from people. Does your birthday change? No.
No,
Does Independence Day change?
no.
If you say you got Independence Day from people, this particular day, so if they say I'm talking straight to them, I want to appeal to them. It's my culture of learning. I don't want to lie to anyone. I'll tell you the fact. I'll tell you what I'm going to tell you. You know, and one thing I got to know is, like man, they say, when like man, you will not get him something said. He said, Topo, I want this thing. And he said, hey man, tell me you came little, you know, Andrew just came and took it. He said, I want to let her hear. I want my coaches then telling me, I said, but then, no need of doing that. Why you will say no to the person? Why you must tell them, say, John Brankin and carry it? You understand? So if that's what they want, we're doing our best to adapt ourselves to what they think. When you're in Rome, you behave like the Romans.
So now you hoping and wishing to adapt to their system.
Well, you got to adapt. You know, majority is not always right. But once you are in majority, you got to move with the wind.
Okay. Tell us your last word. Tell us the last word.
Last word,
Before coming over the last word, I'm interested in knowing because I understand that lots of people would like to know which party do you represent this time around?
it's a difficult thing
What makes it difficult?
because I got over 15,000 in my possession. I will not just go to party bars, going to party sake. Party should be able to run behind the person who got a good support base. And now you
Okay.
run behind party. Many parties have approached me.
That sounds so interesting.
Very interesting. It never happened before, but it will happen. Because all along I've been building my support base. Now why should I run to party? I have done that twice. Party never supported me. ANC never supported me. I went all by myself. Then move, never say a handkerchief to me. I did it all by myself. Then why this time now I can commit myself? So if any party is coming, we ask you where your package. If your
Okay.
package is not satisfactory to us, we not go with you. So we have not thought on party yet. In fact, there will be a special congress by Team Topo to come together and decide which party will go on.
Okay.
So we would like to know how connected you are, how connected really you are.
When you say connected, what do you mean?
Like you being around the people, what's the level of relationship, with the people, how related you are with the
The one make
people?
you a
Like
journalist.
we talk about leadership structure. I
Yeah.
follow other politicians, they have leadership structure in other places, like maybe the towns you want to represent, like
Oh
Rocktown,
yeah.
like other towns around here.
What's your
Yeah.
Like
connection? How's your
you're
connection with
Well,
them?
well connected. Well
well
connected.
connected.
The day you have the chance to talk to
Do you
my
have leadership structures in other
yes,
places you want to
yes,
represent?
yes. And you saw one man, you saw Mr. How you call him? Mr. Howard here this morning.
Okay.
Mr. Howard control how many towns? He control the whole of European belt.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then when you go to Rocktown, Middletown, no other towns are controlled by one. It must be there. Then when you go to Calgary, Amos Dorsey controls that. And just like that, you go to Barrow, got three persons within the districts, the three administrative district coordinating.
Do you have any check and balance system to know whether those guys placed in those rural communities are doing the right
Like in
thing
Oh,
terms of
at the right
yes.
time?
supervising them.
Yes. What happened is we first give you a form, you carry around, and that form you are being told to put people who are willing to be with us. After you put that form, new registration is coming. So after that registration, we now collecting the form to establish our database. And then after we collect the database, we check on those who have voter registration. If you don't have voter registration, there's nothing we're going to do with you because you're not going to be of any benefit to us because we want voters.
Okay, that your last word. Tell us the last word.
My last word is that people will go out there to register to enable them to vote. We are coming up with a little sticker like this that will be marking on people's houses, be given to people to go.
Okay. Okay. Okay.